There's something about the summer that brings out the kid in all of us. When the sun is high and the days are long, it feels like school is out, and we are finally free. It's the season of the popsicle, the taste of happiness. Every city is built on stories that add to its unique flavor. My name is Adam Voss. I'm a traveler, an entertainer, and a marketing geek on the hunt for these stories. I only have 12 minutes to tell each one. This is 12 for 12 Atlanta.
One of the most difficult things to do is eat a popsicle and have a frown on your face.
Atlanta-based popsicle company King of Pops is in the business of making smiles. Now that may sound ridiculous, but it's true. The purpose of their company is to create unexpected moments of happiness.
The first couple times when you say it, like the purpose of our company is unexpected moments of happiness, and you're in like a boardroom with people with suits and we're still wearing our t-shirts, you feel like it's gonna be like this, ooh, they're all looking at me, but they love it and they're glad to hear somebody say that instead of just say like,
trying to earn money for our shareholders.
Yeah. The most simple, unexpected moment of happiness is just in this heat, having a treat that tastes a little better than you thought it would, or a lot better.
King of Pops is based in Atlanta's Inman Park neighborhood, but you can find them pretty much anywhere there are people. During the summertime, Atlanta's Beltline is ground zero for King of Pops. The biking and walking trail runs through the heart of the city, and for the tired and sweaty, seeing the rainbow umbrella of the King of Pops cart is its own unexpected moment of happiness.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I was literally like dying coming down the trail, and I was like, I need an ice cream.
At any given time, you can find up to 40 flavors in the King of Pops rotation, like watermelon mojito, sweet tea and lemonade, and fan favorite chocolate sea salt. This chocolate sea salt is delicious.
Off the chain.
So what's your favorite flavor?
My favorite flavor? Oh man, I really like the sweet tea and lemonade.
My favorite right now, heat of the summer, has got to be like a blackberry ginger lemonade, super refreshing, tangy, a little bit of spice in there, really nice.
My favorite's the banana pudding.
He loves the chocolate. So
You're a chocolate guy, Julian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't decide what my favorite is. I try to branch out.
Mexican chocolate exponentially. I mean, I say it every time anybody asks me.
Like, people always ask, what's your favorite one? And I'm like, well, we've probably made like 400 different popsicles, so it's hard to choose just one.
I love my key lime pie.
We kind of have trimmed our menu down to only the best, but still work to kind of have that experimental vibe.
Trimming down the menu is a sort of decision that comes with success. Today, King of Pops can be found in 7 states across the South, selling more than 400,000 popsicles a year. Their kingdom has grown to include a dog food company, a Christmas tree delivery service, and even a 60-acre farm.
It certainly didn't start out like that. It started out as a way to kind of, make it through the summer for Steve.
We started King of Pops after some travels through Latin America. The farmers markets, which are very much a part of the community in much of Latin America, the produce, when it gets too ripe to be sold, they repurpose it into these amazing pops. And that idea was the very first thing that was just like, man, it's just a great idea. So we fell in love with that idea, the interesting flavors, the super freshness.
At the time, Steve was working at AIG. I was in law school. Downturn happened, financial crisis, 2008. Steve got laid off from AIG, and it was staying on my couch. So started talking more about it, dove back in.
Steven spent $6,000 of his savings to buy a popsicle machine off of Craigslist, and then he and his brother Nick started making popsicles.
Decided to set a first day of sale of April 1st, 2010, and went out there and did it.
Steven took his new popsicle cart to a gas station on the corner of North Avenue and North Highland and started slinging pops. A few months and many popsicles later, Nick quit his job as a prosecutor, becoming King of Pops' second full-time employee. And soon, it was time to hire a third.
I jokingly took over Nick's cart for 5 minutes while I went to the bathroom, and I made a joke when he came back, said, you should probably hire me now. And he was like, well, do you need any extra work? And so that's how I first started, just kind of helping out.
You were there for him to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, did my resume and everything right there.
Yeah. Then in 2011, King of Pops went beyond the cart when Whole Foods approached them to start selling popsicles in their stores. You can now find King of Pops in retail businesses across the South, from natural food stores to hammock shops and beach bars. Today, King of Pops employs dozens of people and produces more than 15,000 popsicles a day.
So the way we make a popsicle is really pretty simple. We try and keep it simple, and that's on purpose. You know, we don't want too many ingredients in there. The way it starts is just finding the best fruit. We usually want to get local stuff if we can.
We process it, we wash it, we juice it, you puree it, you cook it sometimes. We strain out anything that you don't want in there, like seeds. People don't like raspberry seeds, apparently.
Body hair.
I know, yeah, strain that out too. And then we have some really cool equipment from Central America and Mexico where all the popsicle equipment comes from, and you put it in a mold, you put it in this bath that is super low temps, and you have sticks in it, you freeze it. Takes maybe 30 minutes to freeze.
That's it.
Yeah. And then we dip the whole mold in hot water and pull a big rack of popsicles out.
In Atlanta, we're making something like 10 to 12,000 a day. And then we are also producing in Charleston, Charlotte, and Richmond. And they're each making probably maybe 2,000 a day. I think what's important for us is finding that sourcing. That's really where it all starts, so finding the very best ingredients. And that was the main impetus for starting King of Crops.
King of Crops is a 60-acre farm on the outskirts of Atlanta with the intention of supplying the company with a reliable source of produce from crop to pop. I met up with farm manager Russell Hondard to check it out. How long has King of Pops owned this farm?
They bought the property in 2014, and then I've been out here since 2015.
And the front there, that's the nursery part.
Yeah, we've got a native and edible plant nursery, and then fruits and vegetables for King of Pops and farmers markets.
Nice. This is all for gin and tonic garnish?
Yeah, ideally. They'll be going into our cucumber lime pops. You wanna try one?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Oh, they're a little thorny on the outside.
Yeah, you just gotta look past that. It's what's on the inside that counts.
That's great.
Imagine with a little agave, a little lime, frozen on a stick.
Wow. So for even coming up with a concept for the next pop, do they call you and say, okay, Russell, what do we got going on? And
For popsicles, we're planning a year ahead. We sat down last fall to decide when they wanted certain ingredients, when we could grow them, and so based on that conversation, we've built a crop plan to try to make sure that we can provide all of those ingredients they need.
that's why you're the king of crops.
Trying to be, yeah.
This is sustainable farming in the truest sense.
The ideal story for us, and kind of the one that is where we're trying to get to, is whatever's coming to us seasonally from this farm we've built into our calendar. We make this into the best pop that it can be made into. And then the waste goes back to our farm. It's composted. That compost is used to grow more fruit.
So keeping the loop closed, it takes slightly more effort and being thoughtful, but other than that, it's really not any more difficult.
It seems like every year that passes, King of Pops expands its brand with a cool new endeavor.
Now it seems like if we aren't doing something new, if we aren't kind of pushing ourselves and growing the business, that we're almost letting ourselves and kind of the team that we've got here down.
Where are we right now? What is this place?
Yeah, so this is the King of Pops bar. It's got all the popsicles you could ever want, but also poptails, which are cocktails inspired by our flavors with a popsicle dropped in there.
Right. Well, I know it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
I think this brick and mortar idea is something that we're really starting to think a lot more about, how it can be successful. This feels really good to us. It's a first attempt, and we're doing all kinds of stuff in here, whether it's the slushies or the pops with sprinkles or nuts or coconut or whatever. It's a great experimental zone to see what works and what doesn't. Immediate feedback.
Right. Well, it also seems kind of like a literal interpretation of your cultural message of going deep, not wide. I mean, you're actually planting roots here.
For sure. We want to be a part of the community that is providing these glimmers of smiles.
King of Pops is a mainstay within Atlanta's community and its culture. Wherever people gather from festivals and events, big and small, King of Pops is there to bring good vibes and great flavors. They even host a free monthly yoga class that attracts hundreds of participants of all levels, including mine. And there's nothing that balances your chi better than a free post-yoga pop.
At the end of the day, we do think we're a brand more than just a popsicle manufacturer, and that brand is about the values that we hold.
King of Pops is simple proof that communities are built on all of the unexpected moments of happiness that make our lives more sweet.
Oh! And we just cut to the ones that you're eating.
Yeah.